And as these freezing temperatures continue, local overnight shelters say they're reaching capacity each night. In fact, some shelters are having to turn people away with wait lists already filled. News 8's Drew Coffey's been following this all day. Drew, let's start in Rock Island. You talked to Christian Care. What did they have to say?
They basically said, like you mentioned, they're completely booked. I mean, they have more than 50 people on a waiting list just to get inside of it. And I mean, in terms of their capacity, they can serve a little over 40 men and a little over 20 women. And they basically just said they're doing everything they can with the space they have. They said that they've seen a little bit of an increase in homelessness in men just this past few months. But yeah, they're basically just doing what they can with the space. I was there today, and it is pretty filled with people.
It's such an unbelievable number. I want you to point that out again. How many people are on the wait list at Christian Care?
Over 50.
Wow.
Right, yeah.
And it's not just them. You also went to Project Now. What did they tell you?
Pretty much a little bit of the same thing. I mean, their capacity is a little different. They can serve up to 40 people, but they also have 2 overnight emergency shelters for men, women, and children as well. But I mean, they still have people on waiting lists too. I mean, everyone's trying to just serve as many people as they can with what they're given. And, you know, Project Now specifically said that they're trying everything they can, a little more on this like family side. They said they're trying to serve as many families as they can because Dwight Ford said it's not just an adult issue, but also a family issue as well.
And I'm glad you point that out, because when it comes to shelters, families typically have to be in their own specific areas, which creates other problems for these shelters as well.
Right, yeah. I mean, I feel like Dwight Ford said himself, it's like all these, we think about them a little more because of the temperatures, because of these freezing cold. But like they said, this is a consistent amount of people that needing these shelters. It's not just because of the cold. These are filled facilities almost all the time. And so he brought that up, which I thought was a very poignant observation on his part. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up. You didn't just stay in Rock Island, though. You also went over to the Iowa side. You spoke to Humility Homes. What did they tell you?
See, what's interesting about them is that they're the only low barrier shelter in the Quad Cities, meaning you don't need an identification of any kind to have their facilities or services, which kind of leaves a little less obstacles for you to get the services you need. But they can serve almost 90 people. And they said that they're even having people sleep on mats on the floor to their safety capacity just to get as many people as they can in before it's really an emergency and a safety issue. But yeah, they're really trying to get as many people as they can, and it's cold out there. So yeah, it's a good thing that everyone's pitching in to help people out.
So Drew, taking all of this into account, especially what you said about how this isn't a new problem for these shelters, what does this tell you about the unhoused population in the Quad Cities?
Right, from everybody I talked to today, I mean, it just seems like everyone has a different story. Everybody has a different idea, what got them there. Everybody has a different backstory. And really that doesn't make someone more deserving or less deserving of the services that are provided. And I mean, it's rough. I mean, it's just rough, and it's rough, especially with this cold added. But they said donate silverware, donate anything you can to those places because people need it, and just thinking about what's going on to people who are on the street every night is what the facility said is the most important thing to them.
You can make a huge difference, Drew. Thank you for following this for us.
Thank you.
For you guys at home, Drew's full story looking at the state of overnight shelters in the Quad Cities is airing in less than an hour. You can catch his full story tonight on News 8 at 5 o'clock.